Aaron, a lot of people have been concerned about your black eye. When did that happen? Was that in the last home game? How's it feeling?
Fine. It feels fine.
Yeah.
It looks worse than it is. I don't know. Sometime during the regular season, I probably didn't get a call.
Aaron, there's been a lot of talk about communication and accountability and the kind of big buzzwords for teams, especially after what happened last week. Just where do you kind of sit on how important communication has been for this group and where you guys can continue to improve heading into the playoffs?
Oh, it's huge. You have to be able to talk to each other on and off the court. Just to be a good group, to be a fluent group, you need to be able to communicate with each other. That's just part of the game of basketball.
What do you expect to see, with Kawhi? What are some of the things that he does to make things differently? And, if that's your matchup, what are some of the things that you can do to kind of, slow him down a little bit?
Just tough shot making. We got tough shot makers over there between James, Norm, and Kawhi. A couple other guys, the guys got to make shots, so just not to be discouraged. You just make everything difficult for them.
You feel pressure once the postseason rolls around compared to day in, day out in the regular season?
Not pressure, just a little bit more excited. Rightfully so. This is the best time of year for basketball.
Do you get up a little bit more when there's a player like Kawhi Leonard playing the way that he's playing, and that'll probably be someone that you're matched up against?
Not necessarily. I think if you can't get up for the playoff basketball, and potential championship run, then there's no players going to do that for you.
David mentioned how practices probably feel a little different for you guys with him running it his way compared to Michael. What are some of the changes that you've noticed?
I think it's just kind of like the open line of communication. I think everybody has a little bit more of an input. I think we all know that we need to come together and hold each other accountable, and we're feeling that.
How different does it feel on the eve of the playoffs this year compared to the past 6 with Michael at the helm?
It's exciting. It's exciting every time, every year. We don't take it for granted, and we're just going to come out here and play the game that we know how to play.
Is the regular season film against them that useful when they didn't have Kawhi, when they're kind of key pieces that are not involved in that? Do you have to just look at more Clippers stuff with him, or how's that kind of process go?
I think you got to pick up individual game films, between James and Norm, Kawhi, DJ, all these guys, man. So, no, I don't think we were at full strength, or they were at full strength, maybe the entire time.
Aaron, how important is the rebounding for you guys in this series?
It's just as important as it is every game. We got to limit a team to one shot.
The last 4 or 5 seasons, Joker's had incredible regular seasons, but has managed to increase his production in the playoffs. Do you see anything different from him this time of year?
No, I think, it's just his engagement. If he just ups the level of being engaged, which is hard to say, there's no telling what we can see.
How much do you feel like you guys are being overlooked given the way the last 2 weeks or so have gone?
That's how it was our championship run too, which was crazy because I think we were the number 1 seed, right? So it doesn't matter to us, honestly. We have belief within the group, so it doesn't really matter what anybody else thinks.
Does the preparation change at all when you're going up against a team that's coming in as hot as they are, 8 straight, 18 and 3 in the last 21?
Playing the 4 versus playing the 5, you're probably going to play a lot of 5 on the second unit at various points. Just do you take a different approach in terms of kind of who you're guarding, how much you're focusing on rebounding, things like that?
Yeah, a little bit. I think at the 5, I try and be more of like an off-ball facilitator than I am as an on-ball facilitator at the 4.
A lot of people talked about the anticipated physicality in this matchup. Meeting or exceeding the level of physicality, how much of that is, physical in terms of strength? How much of it is mentality and kind of want to?
Oh, well, you got vets, and there's a lot of vets playing, and Hall of Famers, honestly, all-stars. So they know how to play the game, which what I mean by that is there's like a certain like balance between like the physicality, and then kind of like almost like I don't want to say flopping, but just like
Gamesmanship.
yeah, I guess that's a good way to put it. You know, because if you're over physical with these guys, you know they're gonna use that to your advantage. You know, or their advantage.
How's your body feeling? Having
Good.
a couple days off? Yeah, you feel
Yeah, I
good?
feel good.
When you reflect on the player you were when you got to Denver to now, do you feel like someone who's more prepared for the postseason, who understands what it is?
Yeah. I don't think anything really changes, you know. I've always felt like this is a championship team, and I don't think anything differently.
Where do you feel like that strong belief comes from with this group?
I mean, it just comes from Nikola Jokic first and foremost. He's the best player in the world. You got Jamal Murray, he's an ice cold closer. Ice cold is just hooper, he's just a killer. And you got Michael Porter Jr., who's one of the best shooters that the game has ever seen. You mix that in with people that are young, hungry, talented, and smart, and you have an opportunity to win at the highest level.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.